Hi, it's me again, all in one day. How about that? Well, apparently YouTube has given me more than 15 minutes. What a shocker! I'm so happy. Okay, in the last video, by the way, it's storming here. Hopefully I won't lose my connection, but if I do, it's because we are having a bit of a storm, and I'm sorry about that. Down south here, we have had tremendous rain. I know the Midwest, the middle part of the country, has just been horrible, and my heart goes out to you. You have been in my prayers and my thoughts and my dreams and everything else. Excuse me. Whoops, there we go. That was a biggie. Okay, now, the last video I was on the subject of love, and I used my children as one of my analogies to try to help bring this forward and I'm not trying to make people think they're stupid, please don't think that at all, but love, what a word, what a word. Okay, what a feeling. I can remember in my youth, and not that I'm an old lady either, don't think I am, but I am older, no question about that. But when I was pretty young, and even when I had already had children, I did not have a clue about love, giving, not expecting anything in return. You know, love does not expect anything in return. Not anything. And if I say that I love someone and I have expectations of something, then I don't really love anybody. And I have to love me before I can even begin to love someone else. How would I know that I am worthy of being loved or of loving if I don't love me? How would I know that? Now, there's a process that you can go through to help you understand that you love yourself or that you are capable of loving yourself. And I've talked about this before. Standing in front of the mirror every day and for 2 weeks, just looking in the mirror at yourself now and saying, I am worthy of love. It will change your life. I guarantee you. I've done it. It changed my life. I truly began to understand that I really am worthy of love. Somewhere in my growing up years, I lost that feeling. I lost that idea that I was even possibly worthy of anyone's love. Not God's, not any other human being, but I am. Just as you are. Everyone is. Okay, now, the deal is here that when we love someone, are we expecting something in return? Huh? I'm just posing that question. Now, in my case, I have to admit that a long time ago, yes, I did. I figured that if I love someone, they should love me back. Wrong. It doesn't work that way, okay? I hate to break it to you, but it just simply doesn't work that way. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Now, here's the good news. You can get to the point where you don't care whether they love you back. What's important is that you love them, that you want only the best for that other human being. Now, I'm going to recite something that happened to me just in the last couple of weeks. We had the 4th of July, right? Yay! Country's birthday. All right. And I don't really celebrate it anymore because, number one, I just don't know that many people around here. Number two, I have a spinal cord problem. Yes, you see me sitting up right now, but truthfully, it can be extremely painful, and it is. And it's even very difficult to sit up for 15 minutes. So, trying to enjoy the loud noises and the picturesque things up in the air, fireworks, is not my idea of fun anymore, okay? But children love it, and my kids loved it, and I am in a neighborhood full of kids, and it's really wonderful. It makes me happy to see these kids jumping on the trampoline next door, and my neighbor just had another baby, and she had it in her car. Her husband delivered it. What a miracle. But anyway, my neighbors across the street had a bunch of friends over. And on 4th of July, it seemed like they got a bunch of the bottle rocket leftovers, and so did I. And my car, which was unfortunately sitting out in the driveway. That's life. Now, I did something that I'm going to have to make amends for. I felt some anger over it. Sorry, that's not allowed. I have to remind myself that this is like my own son. My son loved fireworks. My children love fireworks. Who taught them to love it? I did. We always had fireworks. And they did too. Maybe they weren't very nice. Maybe their actions weren't very good as far as cleaning up the mess. But you know what? What did I talk about in the last video? Actions are not the person. They are their emotional responses. Emotion does not identify us. Those are just purely a feeling that we have within ourselves. Anger is not a trait. It's not a human trait. It is a feeling that comes and goes. At least we hope it goes. Now, if I feel anger towards somebody, I must make amends. That is my policy. That is what I believe. So, I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do it, but I am going to do it. Even if it means going across the street, knocking on their door, and saying, hey, I'm sorry, I talked to your little boy and I made a comment about his daddy, and that was totally inappropriate. That's not what love is all about. Love is learning to let things go, to forgive, to accept what others do. Some people might say, well, what if somebody kills somebody? Again, that doesn't mean that person is really evil. Everybody was born. Everybody was a baby. Is a baby evil? I don't think so. I've seen 3 children actually come into this world, and believe me, that was a miracle, an absolute miracle. And when I saw that, I realized, wow, what an amazing thing. Creation. Of course, I'm going to talk about that down the road. Creation. Okay. Now, while I got your attention, if I do, I want to read you a couple of things that I wrote down a few years ago. Some of it might have come from a book that I read or from somebody else. I'm not going to take credit for this stuff, okay? Now, one of the things I wrote down is we don't thank people enough for even the little things. We just don't. And another thing is, in the grand scheme of things, the only thing that matters is what we do today. Okay? See, if you think about that, that's part of loving yourself. If you follow that thought process, in the grand scheme of things, the only thing that matters is what we do today. That makes it easier to forgive ourselves for the stupid things that we may have done 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, yesterday, earlier today. Time to learn to forgive. And one of the people we need to learn to forgive the best is ourselves. That's love. That's part of loving us. And when we learn how to do that, it makes it a whole lot easier to forgive the guy across the street who decided to do the fireworks on my yard and my driveway and my car. So what? It's a material thing. It's just a material thing. Have we placed so much of our world on material things? Maybe that's something that I need to change. If I'm going to get upset over a material object to the point where I'm going to let it make me upset at another human being, I got a hell of a problem. Sorry about the language, but I want to get my point across. And it's my problem, not theirs, mine. So, bottom line is this. I don't want to feel that way. He doesn't know I feel that way, and he doesn't care. I'm the only one who will suffer from it. I'm the only one who will have bad feelings about it. Not him. He could care less. 4th of July is come and gone. He doesn't think about what he did. But you know what? They were just having fun. They didn't stop to think, oh, shoot, that woman that lives across the street's car's getting stuff on it, or her yard, or whatever. You know, probably all they thought about was, well, let's hope we don't catch fire to anything. Cool. At least they didn't do that, right? Anything can be replaced. Anything. Any material thing. So, what's the big deal? Okay. Now, I'm going to get off of it just shortly for the next one. I'm not going to talk about love so much, but I wanted to get us ready for what's to come. Okay? I have a lot to say, not that anybody really cares, but I would like to share the things that have been taught to me. Now, I can't share too much because then I'll be getting into my book. And I have been working on it. I just haven't published anything to the docs yet. I have published, but not all of it. And I've made several changes to it since I had published my spiritual foundations. I'm trying to get the book together. I'm trying to get it outlined and together. Oh, one other thing. I intend to get my website up and running within the month. And when I do, I will be letting you know what the name of it is. And I invite anyone that wants to visit it. It's going to be a blogging website where basically I'm going to give you a topic to try to stick to, because I don't want people just getting on there and, hey, let it all hang out. You know what I mean? Let's have a little, boundaries in there. And that's what we need. But I'll be changing it every few weeks. I'll have a different topic, so to speak. And boy, you can get on all kinds of different wavelengths with different topics. And, I'm not going to stop anyone, although there will be some rules. Oh, that was a big one. I better let you go, because one time when this happened, I lost my electricity for 2 hours. Anyway, you all have a blessed day, and I'm glad to be back, and I hope that you're glad that I am back. Talk to you later. Bye.